Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday AI Made Simple. Grab your drink of choice and let's dive into what's going on in AI news.
Okay, let's just dive right in. The world of artificial intelligence is moving so incredibly fast, right? It feels like a whole new era kicks off every couple of weeks. So today, we're doing a rapid-fire update on this absolute explosion that we're all living through. We're talking about the money, the power, the tools, and, the very real human questions at the heart of it all.
So, first things first, let's talk about the money. Look at this number, $500 billion. That is the new staggering valuation for OpenAI, the company that brought us ChatGPT. A recent employee share sale has apparently catapulted them past even SpaceX, making them the most valuable startup in the world. I mean, this isn't just a tech boom. It's a full-blown, modern-day gold rush, and that really sets the stage for everything else we're about to get into. So, here's the game plan for today. First up, we're going to look at the sheer power that's driving this gold rush. Then, we'll see how that power is actually showing up in our daily lives as new and improved tools. After that, we have to tackle the big one, the growing fight between humans and synthetics for jobs and creativity. And to wrap it all up, we're going to ask a really important question. What can't AI do? At least, not yet.
All right, part one, the new AI gold rush. That $500 billion number? It is not just hype. It's built on a foundation of AI capabilities that are accelerating at a pace that's, frankly, a little bit frightening. These models are just getting smarter, faster, and way more autonomous, practically by the day.
Case in point, Anthropic, one of OpenAI's biggest competitors, just dropped Claude 4.5, and its killer feature is a total game changer. It can work on a single problem all by itself for over 30 hours straight. Think about that. This is a massive leap in what the experts call long-horizon reasoning, and it's a huge step toward AI agents that can actually handle really complex stuff without us having to hold their hand the whole time.
And all this new power, well, it's leading to some pretty wild, record-breaking performance. On a test for solving real-world software bugs, it scored over 85%. And get this, it got a perfect 100% on a high school math test. I mean, across the board, this thing is just setting a whole new standard. But this quote from Anthropic CEO is where things get truly profound. The vast majority of code to design the next Claude is now written by Claude. Just let that sink in for a second. We've officially entered a new phase where the AI is now building the next generation of AI. It's an acceleration loop, a feedback cycle, and it's not science fiction, it is happening right now. Okay, so all this incredible power is great in a lab, but what does it actually mean for you and me? Well, it's being packaged up and put into new tools that are changing how we work, learn, and create. Basically, our digital toolbox is getting a massive, massive upgrade.
And here's something that might surprise you. A new study, backed up by reporting from NPR, found that one of the top uses for AI is actually in education, but it's not what you're probably thinking. Professors are using these models like a creative partner to brainstorm new lesson plans, build interactive games for their students, and even help write grant proposals. It's so much less about replacing people and more about augmenting what they can do. And boy, is there an appetite for this stuff. Just look at the consumer demand. When OpenAI launched its new video app, Sora, it got 56,000 downloads on the very first day, and that was when it was still invite-only. I mean, that puts it right up there with the launch of ChatGPT itself. It just goes to show that we are all hungry to get these powerful creative tools into our own hands.
We're also seeing this really cool evolution from simple chatbots to what you could call true AI agents. Take Perplexity's new background assistant. You can give it a really complicated multi-step job, like, say, plan and book an entire vacation, and it will just go off and work on it completely on its own in the background and only ping you when the whole thing is done. This is the next frontier, moving from an AI that just answers your questions to an AI that actually acts on your behalf. But of course, all of this amazing progress, it comes with some very real and growing tension. When you have AI that can do our work, an AI that can generate our art, what does that mean for human jobs, for human creativity? And that brings us to this growing battle, humans versus synthetics. So I want you to meet Tilly Norwood. She is a completely photorealistic AI-generated actress who just debuted at a film industry conference. Her creators were even bragging that real talent agents were starting to take notice. As you can probably guess, this sent absolute shockwaves through Hollywood. Suddenly, this theoretical threat wasn't a theory anymore. It had a face.
And the creative community did not take this sitting down. The actors union, SAG-AFTRA, hit back immediately with this really forceful statement, saying they are flatly opposed to what they call the replacement of human performers. Their argument is that Tilly Norwood isn't an actor. She's a computer program that was trained on the uncredited work of countless real human actors. This is the absolute frontline of the debate over AI and creativity. So what about jobs outside of Hollywood? Well, right now, there's this really fascinating split. On one side, you've got tech executives like the CEO of Anthropic giving these dire warnings that U.S. unemployment could hit 10 or even 20% in just 5 years. But then on the other side, you have a new study from Yale and the Brookings Institution that's looking at the actual data. And it finds very little evidence that AI has displaced workers any more than, say, the internet did. The data so far shows more continuity than apocalypse, though it is worth noting that some surveys show cuts are already happening at the entry level. And all of that brings us to our final section. We've seen AI's incredible power to do things, to generate content, to execute tasks, to even code its own successors. But what about true groundbreaking discovery? What are the fundamental limits of the AI that we have today? I think this quote from Thomas Wolfe, who co-founded the AI hub Hugging Face, just nails it. See, current AIs are basically prediction machines. They are designed to figure out the most likely next word in a sentence. But think about a revolutionary scientist like Copernicus. He wasn't trying to predict the most likely theory of the cosmos. He was trying to find a totally new, really unlikely idea that just happened to be true. So you see the problem, right? There's this fundamental mismatch. The AI we have today is amazing at prediction. It's designed to give you the most plausible, expected, aligned answer. But so many of the world's biggest breakthroughs came from someone going against the grain, from contrarian thinking that questions everything. It suggests that while AI is an amazing co-pilot for scientists, it might not be the actual discoverer itself. Well, not yet anyway. And that really leaves us with this final thought to chew on. We are building the most powerful answer machines in the history of humanity. They can code, they can create, they can reason for hours and hours. But maybe the next giant leap, the one that really changes everything, isn't about getting better answers from our machines. Maybe it's about building one that's finally ready to start asking its own, truly new questions.
Thanks for sticking with me through this whirlwind tour. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on Everyday AI Made Simple.